Welcome back to the session. Please put down that tobacco, as we don't condone no tobacco smoke. You see it. I got the OG throwback sweatshirt on today. If you know, then you know. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't, that's beside the point. We got 31 days left. Bitcoin Lithium. Just a month left, y'all. Just a month left. You know, it's looking really good, you know. I know before we was like, you know, anything 60 cents and above is great. But I'm going to be honest with you. Anything 20 cents and up is great. But let's just be real. With the auto report the way it is, with the white paper the way it is, with the roadmap that Bitcoin Lithium has, the way it is, the way that it's a, you know, real world asset, the way that it's a utility coin, the way that, you know, everything that they got going on with the project is to, you know, bring back green reusable energy, to, you know, mine new lithium so that, you know, we don't have to go to war over oil and shit like that, because we got lithium, and lithium is powering cars, you know, it's keeping your Xbox on, you know, it's doing a lot of things, you know, everything that's got to deal with, you know, SpaceX and the mission to Mars, you know, everything that has to do with EVs and electric, you know, charge stations, microgrids in Africa, solar panels in Eastern Asia and things like that. With all this going on with this token, Bitcoin Lithium, you don't think it could reach 20 cents? The price is already above 6 cents in pre-sale. Already raised damn near $6 million in pre-sale. You don't think this coin will do 20 cents, 30 cents at launch? You'd be foolish to think it wouldn't. Let's just look at Bitcoin on Base. You know, Bitcoin on Base got to $1.95 at its launch. You know what I'm saying? And what does Bitcoin on Base have? You know, all right, Bitcoin on the base chain. Okay, what else? Oh, they're funding, part of their funds go to the mental health space. All right, that's nice. You know, it's cool. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And, you know, right now it's sitting at 20 something cents. All-time high, $1.95. You don't think Bitcoin Lithium will do that? Like, let's be real. You don't think Bitcoin Lithium can do that? Everything about Bitcoin Lithium, you know, when we're just looking at the roadmap, the analytics, everything, the tokenomics, everything about the damn coin is better than so many other coins that are out here. So if you don't think that this coin can get to a measly little 20 cents, 30 cents, you're insane. I expect this coin to do $30 something by 2026. You know, $30 something by 2026 is absolutely insane. But I think we could get somewhere around that range. So do I think it'll be over $1 in the year that we're in today? I do. I think it'll cross over $1 for a point in time, depending on how, you know, depending on the market cap and the liquidity. You know, the fact that they got the staking option and it's going to be like the same percentages for a whole year from what it's at right now, people going to be staking them tokens. I promise you, I'm staking mine. You know, I'm earning about 1,000 tokens per day right now with how much I have staked. You know, so I can only imagine the people that got, you know, more tokens staked than I do. How much are they getting? How much are they getting? You know what I'm saying? So there wouldn't be no point to sell, the big bag that you got staked, when you can continue to earn more tokens off of what you got staked. So that liquidity is going to be there. Liquidity is going to be there, depending on, price, market cap, liquidity, everything like that. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But $33, I believe it can do some shit like that in 2026. I do believe it'll cross over $1 though this year. So what that means is, don't sell the whole load. Actually, you could do what you want to do, but it'd be wise not to sell the whole load, especially if you get in during pre-sale. You get an opportunity to see this coin be priced at over $100 for one token. $100 for one token. With everything they got going on, we'll see how the first few projects they start, for Bitcoin Lithium. We'll see how that goes. If they're successful, these projects are successful, that's gonna, build more momentum behind the project, Bitcoin Lithium. It's funding projects. Projects are getting completed. That's the thing. It's one thing to be like, oh, well, this is gonna fund this. Okay. Once the funding happens, is the project gonna be complete? Is it gonna be a success? These are things that we need to know, and we need to see. And so, Bitcoin Lithium is more than just about catching some hype. Obviously, if we do get some hype, some traction on the token, yes, it's a plus. Yes, it can skyrocket some numbers up. But this was a token that's going to be here for the next future, the next generation, the next 100 years down the line. And if you were able to get in during the pre-sale, you basically, might have just beat the curve, so I would keep that in mind. But we got 31 days left for this pre-sale. Great things are coming, great things are coming. So I would just say, stay focused, stay focused out here, keep getting after it, don't become lazy. You got to continue to get after it, continue to make moves, continue to increase your positions, continue to better yourself, work on yourself. It doesn't even have to be financially. Just, work on yourself, work on your patience, work on, getting stronger, getting in shape, just, it's all about bettering yourself every day, continuing to learn, and don't forget to take it in, those small wins, take them in, because, what I'm saying, it's like every day, you cannot take for granted, because you never know what could happen. You see what I'm saying? So it's up to you to live the life that you want to live, and it all starts with in your mind, because shit can happen. Shit can get real very fast. Everything good 1 second, 3 seconds later, some fuck shit can happen. Especially if you got people close to you, you got loved ones, you got children, things can happen. And if they do happen, how are you going to move afterwards? It's just something to think about. So put down that tobacco. Stay focused out here. Bitcoin Lithium, the future. You see it. I'm gonna tap in with y'all.